Hello there guys, and welcome to a brand new series on a brand new channel on WWE 13. So as you can see, we are on the game and we're going to enter into the game and show you what we're going to be doing. So what we're going to be doing is the WWE Universe, but first we want to go down to the WWE shop. As you can see now, it's right down at the bottom, and you want to enter into it like I will be doing now. And then you want to wait till it loads up, and then it will say accessing, and it might take some time. Depends how fast your internet connection is and all that lot. But this didn't take too long, and you want to download an extension called WWE 13 Accelerator. And then once you've got that, I'm just going to show you what you get in it just before we go in. So I'm now going to just go down to options and into unlockables, and you'll see me doing it now. Options and unlockables. Now you get pretty much everything, so you get new superstars, new arenas, new championships, new entities. Don't get the bonus matches. You have to unlock them in Attitude Era, and you need to unlock them in Attitude Era. But we're gonna go to the WWE Universe. Now the first thing that we do in the WWE Universe is set everything up. So you see me now just going down to schedule. But basically what the WWE Universe is where you basically do what WWE superstars do. And as you can see, there's a major event there, Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. But like I was saying, basically what WWE do, so you do all the pay-per-views. Now you see me in a sec, just delete Superstars HD because we don't need that. And this is probably going to be called the Road to Wrestlemania because that's what the full thing is about. Then I started to edit around who's going to be the #1 contenders for the WWE Championship, which is currently held by CM Punk. And as you can see, I'm switching everything around, so you had like Triple H, The Rock, John Cena, and then Brock Lesnar. And then I left the others as them, and then I went on to SmackDown, and I did the World Heavyweight Championship, which is currently held by Big Show, but in the game it's still held by Sheamus. Now I tried to make this realistic as I could, so I put Big Show as the number one contender for it. Now you just see me go to statistics, just have a look at them, and then we went into the first match, which was Primo versus Kofi Kingston, and then we played it because yeah, first match into the series, want to make a good impression. Now as you can see, it has changed quite a bit. It starts up like Monday Night Raw, and then it just loads up. Now some matches can take longer than others, like you'll find out in this match. This is where this match really was so hard to predict, because they're pretty much equal to each other. They're both high flyers, and they have probably some of the same moves as each other. So we go into the match, and I play as Kofi Kingston, I think. Yeah, I play as Kofi, and you'll see what I mean here. They're both high energetic people. As you can see, in the first couple of minutes of the game, the first couple of seconds, I get dominated. I literally, first game into it, I couldn't do things, but I did counter that, and I couldn't build any momentum. It really was winding me up. So you see me now, put him onto the top rope, just to try to get a bit of momentum to it. And then you see me just chuck him off the top rope like normal, like you would anyway. Then I get into a bit of momentum, and then he does Hurricane Rana to me, gets me to that, and then I get him back into a headlock and punch him in his head, which was simple as that. And then once again starts to punch him in his head, and then he fell out, and then once again punched him in his head as far as I could. And then you just see me stand on his ribs, which has to be quite painful. And then pick him up and chuck him into the other. Now I made a fatal mistake there. I came and looked at the ref, and he countered me, so which was really a pain in the arse because the referee didn't get back up. Once again he hits him there, and then I do a good move from the bottom rope. Now he does get rope break there, which was really frustrating because I could have got a 2 count. But I still came back, built a bit more momentum there. Once again, he's countering out everything that I do. And then another hurricane round as well. So yes, it was getting frustrating. Certain things I did counter, get back at him. But he was just coming back like this, countering me with her. But I did counter that, and then did chuck him back into the corner, but I think he countered this. Yeah, he countered it again. Building a bit of momentum, counters everything. And yeah, I did really counter that, and that failed, and oh no, that actually succeeded. Now that failed. This failed. No, it still failed. So I still haven't got my signature yet, which was really frustrating me even more. Because the only way of getting rid of your opponent really is with either some good punches or the signature. Did alright there, literally knocked him out the ring. And oh, for God's sake, yeah, and I kind of jumped off while he was trying to pull me down, and I made a fatal mistake there, jumping off. And he came back once again. And it was really painful, but I come back in, get to the top, well, and then jump off and then do what I wanted to do in the original place. Then I still didn't have my signature, which really surprised me after that, and it was getting frustrating even more. But I did start to build a bit more momentum coming in further into the match, like you'll see here now. I literally dominated most of the game, but he was still powering out at 1, and I get my signature. What I've been really waiting for, tormented him, could have put him into a roll up, but I didn't. And I countered this, and I didn't use my signature, which really did piss me off. So I just kneed him in his head as usual, like any normal person would do. And then he counters me again. It was really frustrating. Every bit of momentum that I tried to build, he literally countered it. And you'll see, I do counter quite a bit when he's grabbing me from behind. And there you go. But I get that, and I started my signature, but I couldn't use it for some reason. Then I got my finisher. So I pinned him, didn't get anywhere, and then used my finisher. So yeah, I tried it. I literally went in for the pin, and as you can see, my friend comes online here, and he still. It was frustrating enough. So I go back, and this is where it really picked up. This is where I speeded it up a bit, and you'll see me go into the roll up there, and I get to, and then he rolls it back, and I was gonna roll it back over, but I couldn't, or else he would have won. So I broke out of it, and I reversed from it there, and then I did this, tried to build a bit of momentum again. I countered it again with Hurricane Rana, and it was really pissing me off this. Now this is where I lost most of my momentum now. It was really frustrating me, but it was frustrating me actually. And then I went for the pin, still at 1, still tapping out after what I've given. So I decided, let's go for the pin again. Still tapping out, still coming out at 1. And then he puts me into the cross arm breaker, as Alberto Del Rio would call it, or an arm lock, which did take its time to get out of. But did counter it. I only got back up. I did chuck him back into that ring corner. I did pick him up for one final time, I think, and then literally uppercut him. But he did thingy, jump off, and I did counter it, and then did powerbomb. So I went for the pin again, and he was still coming. He was still coming out at that, and he was still countering most of my stuff that I was throwing at him. So I was getting frustrated, like it said, frustrated. Rope break again, countering again, and he gets me back into the cross arm breaker, and he got me in the middle of the ring this time, so I couldn't use any sort of rope break. So I get out of it quite easy, and then this is where it really slowed down. This is where it pissed me off because there was a bit of lag. And then I come back up, did a move, and then pinned him. And he was still coming, and he was still powering out at 1. So yeah, I was really frustrated with him. And he countered that. So he threw me halfway across the ring and went outside. So now what any normal person in WWE would have done is pinned me, because that would have been 3 seconds. But oh no, this guy didn't. So I decided let's just chuck him out the ring again. And me being me, waited for him and went to the top rope and did that. Now I pinned him, and he was still powering out at one. So I did my finisher again. This was really winding me up now, my finisher. And I think I get him here. Yeah, I get him here. Eventually, after 2 finishes, it made me win. And so that was that frustrating match after. But as you can see, it did take its toll, and it was a very good match. You'll just see me skip some of the highlights here. And I won. And then we went to the next match. Now this is where we were playing our second match, because I'm doing this in 2 match pieces. So I'm doing every 2 matches. Say if people really do like these, I'll probably bring out a bonus match. But then we did David Otunga versus Zack Ryder. And trying my best with Zack Ryder in this match. So I was skipping these. And just skipping them. No need to look at them. And well, that's actually pretty warm. Just feeling my capture. And I play Zack Ryder, and first of all, got off to a flying start, building momentum here. And yeah, oh my god, my sunglasses, that was just fun. And he did put me into a submission hold, which was shaking my power, which means he's gonna make me tap out. But I did counter it, and once again back to building momentum, and just revising, countering some of his moves, and then I did spear him, and he not spear, shoulder barred him, and I fell out the ring. Pretty smart of me, and as you can see, he tried to counter it there, didn't work. Tried to counter it here, which didn't work. And then I got back up by the time he got into the ring. So I decided, let's go top rope. And then do some damage, but it didn't work like that. So he put me into another submission hold, and he did dominate most of the game like this. It was only by luck I got my signature and my finisher. But when he was down, when he was injured, I did take the advantage of building momentum, and you'll see what I mean, like here. Just building momentum as I go along. And yeah, I do another one. Wait for him to get back up, and then he counters once again. It puts me into another submission hold. And oh my god, he was actually just dominating the game with the submission holds. So I tried my best not to get into him anymore, and it was actually kind of proving hard. So I didn't counter any of these because it was really winding up. And he clotheslined me, and then he did the elbow to the heart, which should have, if he did that later on in the game, that would have probably knocked me out, and he probably would have won. But back into and I still couldn't counter any of these shoulder barges into the stomach apart from that one, which put him into the thingy. So I decided, right, I need to build some momentum here. Took him to the top rope to do a massive superplex. Now it's just a shame we didn't do it outside the ring, because that would have been amazing. And I went for the pin. And funny enough, as you normally would, got to the counter one and he powered down. So back to doing picking up speed, and it went pretty well from now on. I did do the up in, still powering out at one, still a lot of work needed. And yeah, I did counter most of his stuff apart from the submission holds. And he goes out the ring here, and I decided, well, let's jump out on top of him. and he actually does counter it, but it doesn't show him as actually running out of the way, which was really frustrating. And I did get back up and did do a bit. I did do a counter and then jump back out. No, I thought I jumped back out the ring, but I should have barged it off the top, and then I did what I was meant to do first time, and I got my signature. And I literally went back into the ring just to stalk him. So he came in, and I did my signature, which is this. Now this would clearly knock someone out in whatever. So I went for the pin. I'm still powering out at 1. So I think it was time to try to get this match over and done with. So I went for the pin, and it's still powering out at 2. Now you couldn't see that because there was a bit of lag. But I did revise that again. And this is where he started to dominate now. He gets his signature, gets his finisher, but he doesn't. But he decides, let's use my finisher outside the ring, as you'll see in a sec. But once again, back into a submission hold. Right, I was actually struggling with these submission holds that he was putting me in. So I got out of him, as I would. And yeah, he was dominating. Went into a grapple. He wins it, and then he takes advantage of me losing. But I did counter something and then get back into the game, but not for long. Now, I was actually trying to jump over like that, and it eventually did work, and I went back into the ring and knocked out, just clean knocked out the ref to shut him up. And then I failed again, and he picked me up and literally did a powerbomb. And then he got his signature. Fair play. I'm getting back into the ring to do thingy. But yeah, he was too dumb enough to run back in. So I was all ready for a fight. And once again, I was ready, so I literally stopped in the ring until I got bored, and then just jumped back out again. And that went terribly. That went wrong as it is. And I came back to full fighting health. Literally chucked him into the barricade. I went for it. He countered. I basically did like some sort of chokeslam, his finisher, but he did it outside. So thank God that counts don't fall anywhere, pins don't fall anywhere in this match, or else that would have been pain. And I did revise this powerbomb to run back into the ring, try punching the ref, and then I did jump out again onto him, and I got my signature. So I decided, well, I might as well run back into the ring and then just wait here for him to come back in. And I did knock out the ref, so then Otunga could come back in. And I did it there again. Didn't mean to, and I didn't mean to do that. I was meant to get Otunga. I eventually did get Otunga, and I just stalk him, and then once again counter it, do my signature, and then went for the pin, and then I win. Thank God. That was so frustrating. The full game was frustrating. Those 2 full games were frustrating for me. And some really good highlights in this match of me countering the powerbomb here. Basically, he would have been clean knocked out. And you'll see me pinning there. And then we have some unexpected visitors. Jack Swagger and The Miz, I think it is. Yep, coming out. So that was unexpected, and we exited the match because I said that I would finish after 2 matches. But 4 weeks away is Extreme Rules, so I can't wait for that. But we still got SmackDown to do. So I'll see you next time on here on WWE 13.